Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I tried to recreate this exact makeup, hair, outfit, everything you saw in my Sephora haul because a lot of you wanted to see that makeup look, and I'm so happy you requested it because I used all my favorite products, and that day I just felt like I was having such a good makeup day. So to have it now in a video that I can reference back to see exactly what I did, I'm just so happy you guys wanted to see it too. So this is the look. Thank you guys so much for requesting it, for the idea. I had so much fun filming this for you and recreating the look. I hope you guys love it as much as I do and pick up a couple tips along the way. I used all my favorite brushes in this video as well, which you'll be seeing a top 10 brush video in the future. It's either before or after this video, but I'm creating that as part of my top 10 series. So lots of good stuff coming your way. So thank you again for requesting this. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love for you to do so by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and let's jump into my go-to makeup look. I quickly did my brows off camera and prepped my lids. I used my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, followed by my Patrick Ta brow pencil in medium, a little bit of the NYX Lift and Snatch in brunette on the ends of my brows, and then my last step that I've been doing lately is a little bit of the new Benefit Precisely My Brow Wax in 3, just to give some natural highlights to the brows and make it match my hair. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I have you guys nice and zoomed in for the eyes, and you can use any basic eyeshadow palette for this eye look, any matte palette you have. For that particular video, I did use my Skin by Kim eyeshadow palette. Do I think you need this? Absolutely not. But this is what I've been using, trying to get my money's worth since I had such a poor experience, so just trying to use it to feel better. For my crease color, that's what makes the difference for this look for me, because I've been using a color close to this, but I've only been mixing it with such a tiny amount of that one just to lighten it up. So get something close to this neutral mid-tone brown shade. I saw a shade in the new Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette that would be perfect for this look, and I'm waiting for that palette actually to come today, so I'm trying to film a bunch of videos for you guys. This is my go-to look. I'm just gonna throw that through the crease. I've done this look a bunch of times on my channel, variations of it, slightly different tones. I've been wearing it more neutral than typical. Typically I go a little bit more warm, and then when I had my Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, I started to wear this look more cool. So right now I've been doing more neutral, and you guys really like the neutral tone, so I'm just going to get that neutral crease, and then we're gonna start building up the outer corner. I like a smoky wing, that's my preference. You can wear this as dark or as light as you want. I'm gonna try and build it up quite a bit for you guys to see. I like to clean up the lid, and I use that shade that we were mixing with the crease color just to throw all over the lid. This just helps make the eye look bigger for me when I add that to the lid space. A lot of times I skip this step, honestly, and don't bother adding anything to my lid, but it really does make a difference for how big my eyes look when I add this to my lid. For the outer corner, I go in with this shade and then do my liner with this, then deepen it up with the black. We do a little step with each of the tones. I try and keep it more neutral. I'm not going for that row right there, which is definitely more warm tone. So just reaching for that first brown and then using a rougher 14. I'm gonna start building on that outer corner and winging this shade out. So I just lay down that color, go back with the first brush, and then just start going over the edges just to make sure this blends. I'm not bringing it in, I'm just keeping it to that outer corner, going along that shape until it's blended out on both the outer and the inner part of that shape. So I like this to be quite diffused. So I just keep that first brush going back and forth. Then I almost start blending over the whole thing just to make sure that whole outer corner is blended, but still blending it where that shape is. I'm not bringing it too far in. Then with an angled brush, we're gonna go in with these two shades. I start off with the brown and then I gradually mix, and then at the very end, I just go in with the black, and that's gonna be closest to my lash line. And then always blend in between each step. I like to use that small detail brush from Rougher just to give it a soft blend. And then if it's looking too harsh, just go back in with that bigger brush for that even softer blend, I find. That's how easy it is to do my basic glam eye. You can do this with any matte shadows you have. Always just gradually build it up. Follow these steps and you'll get the perfect kind of winged smoky eye, which I love. I think it's super flattering, lifts my eyes. And now we're gonna go ahead and do mascara and lashes. The lashes for this look truly just take it to another level. They're my favorite lashes. You guys can already guess. Say it with me. Ardell 858. Quick curl to my lashes, a little bit of mascara. Doesn't really matter which one you use since we are applying these falsies. I've been really loving the YSL Lash Clash, but I'm going to be filming another eye look today, so I'm not going to wear it for this video, even though it has been a favorite, just because it's hard for me to remove. Just gonna grab a mascara and then pop on a half set of the Ardell 858s. I always cut them. They are not the full strip. You'll see the difference in the clip. I always use just a part of that lash just to really lift my eye, and I love the shape it gives. Still have some work to do on the eyes, but we're gonna be finishing that at the end. So we're gonna move on to complexion, and I have been in love with this sunscreen. It is from Skin 1004. I get this on Stylovana. You can use my coupon code SHOPCHERYL on Stylovana to save some money on that site. If you shop Korean skincare or makeup, it's the best place to shop. Zero white cast, it feels so good on the skin, perfect underneath makeup. If you like the Beauty of Joseon one like I do, you'll love this one. Same sort of incredible texture to it and no white cast. I've actually really been liking this REM Beauty, I don't even know what it's called. It's the Cooling Blurring Under Eye Balm when you don't get it actually in your eye like I did the first time I tried this in my Trying New Makeup. It has the same consistency as that Huda Beauty primer that I really like, but it's for underneath the eyes. So I like this. It feels great on the under eye area. It does have that cooling sensation. Just feel like it's been a really nice little step for my concealer. This isn't everyday makeup. This is, we're getting glam. So I'm doing all the things that just feel really good. And then for pores, I've been loving this. It's from Iconic London, and it's their Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer. So this I just do in my T-zone. It's a little bit thicker compared to the Hourglass, that white primer, but very similar in the effect that it gives on the skin. I think this might be a little bit more hydrating than that one, so that's why I'm kind of leaning towards this as preference, but I've been really liking. One of my favorite purchases that I've gotten as of recently from Sephora. Giving everything a moment to just set on my skin. No pilling, no nothing with that sunscreen, this primer, and then with the foundation I'm going to put on top. I've been back to loving this. It is my favorite drugstore foundation, but I've been just trying so many different things as of lately. And then I went back to using my favorite, and I love this so much. And then one of you told me that they're reformulating it. I really hope they don't change this too much because this is so good. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and I use the shade 470. It is perfect. I love it. You'll see it. I'm going to build it up 2 layers on my skin, though you can wear it with one and it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush to apply it on the skin. Very liquidy foundation. This is like a better version of Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk to me. Good coverage, good wear. Lightweight, beautiful finish. Check, check, check. I love the finish and glow this gives. And then my favorite concealer, almost done this, is my Hourglass concealer. I'm scraping it. I do already have a backup though. This is in the shade Beach. This gives great coverage if you need the coverage. I just find it wears really nicely too. Fills in my troughs a little bit. Corrects anything you need it to correct. For my concealer brush, I'm using the Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A506 brush. It's so good for concealer. Maintains that coverage and just blends everything out beautifully. The foundation and this concealer together, I just think are magic. I love how it looks, the complexion. I've been reaching for this combo most days. Even when I don't want to do glam makeup, I'm just like, I need that skin. Like that skin looks so good with these two together. See what I'm seeing? I just love the finish of that concealer. I know this is a love or hate. For me, it's truly a love. Nothing gets better than this for underneath the eye, it just works perfectly with all my issues. It solves them. It solves problems, this concealer. This combination, you're gonna be on all day. You could go swimming in this combination. That's how locked on the skin it is. It's so good. To set everything in place, I have my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm trying to make this last until the sale. I have 1 and 2, which 1 I'll be using underneath my eyes with a puff, and then I'm gonna be pressing 2 all over the rest of the face. You're gonna see that this sort of finish goes away. Once you set it with powder, it's gonna go away, but it will come back. Give it an hour on my skin and I will have the most beautiful finish. Not as glowy as this, but more wearable, I find, for daytime, and it just lasts. So it's really important for me to set it. As much as I love how this looks, I can add that glow back in quite easily, or just let my skin naturally just hang out throughout the day. So I'm gonna press number 1 underneath the eyes. Just gonna smooth everything out. Not having it shiny underneath the eye, especially for me, does me so many favors because this whole area here doesn't look as sunken in. So I do need to mattify that area. Even if I don't set the rest of my face, just doing this step for me is an essential because it does look better for my under eye. Apparently I'm using 2 underneath my eye. I think I'm gonna do 3 lightly all over the rest of the face. I forgot I did self-tan. This tan is quite dark. 3 sometimes I use as bronzer, but it is looking a little too dark today. Gonna use 2 and pray that this lasts me. So now that the skin is mattified, we're gonna go in with our bronzer. And I got this based on your guys' recommendation, and I've been loving it. So thank you so much. It's from Haus Labs, and it's their Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. And I have the shade Medium Level 5. I've already made a pretty big dent in it, especially up here. It's actually starting to cave in. That's how much I've been using it. And I'm using the Smith 154 brush. That's my favorite bronzer brush to apply this to the skin. I like that this brush is slightly tapered. This color matches my undertone so good, especially when I'm using this particular foundation. I think the tones are just immaculate for this look. When I get to the blush and the highlight, you'll see. I'm obsessed with the tones of this look. Then to lightly contour the nose, I'm using the Zoeva 109 Face Paintbrush. Has a good shape to it that I can just quickly go down the sides of my nose just to add a little bit of color back to the face. I don't do too much for nose contour, but it does create a straighter line than I can achieve otherwise with a different kind of brush. My new favorite blush of all time, I'm obsessed with this. It doesn't get better than this. I love this color on me. It is so flattering. It is the new one from Patrick Ta, and it's in the shade Not Too Much. I thought this was the perfect blush tone for me. I love it so much. So we're gonna use this, both the powder and the cream. I'm gonna start off with the powder first. I'm gonna take my Morphe Ariel brush in the powder. And this does have a good amount of pigment. I like this brush because it distributes it nicely, so it doesn't go too much in one spot. I just feel like this tone is the most perfect tone I've ever seen on my face. I could just leave it there, honestly. With the blush, it's so pretty, but I'm gonna obviously add the cream. This amps it up even more and also brings that glow that I personally like back to my skin, so my cheeks look super healthy looking. I don't even know how to describe it, but lately, just this section of my face is what's glowing. It just looks really good, I feel like, in person, video, everywhere. It's just such a good technique. I love Patrick Ta's technique of putting the cream actually on top of the powder. I think it's phenomenal for the finish of the skin. So I'm taking my BK Beauty 109 brush in that cream. Favorite brush for cream. I'm just gonna add more color and more glow to the skin. Then for highlight, this has been my favorite highlight. It's in the shade Sparkling Honey, and it's the Sephora Collection brand. This is a beautiful formula. You'll see it on the cheeks. Perfect tone to add more glow to the skin when I want to really glow. What's also different for me is the eyes. I've been back to using my MAC Giga Black Extended Play Lash Mascara, and this is perfect to load up on the lashes underneath the eyes. So I don't add any shadow there. I just do my lashes. You can already see it's making such a huge difference. I just build those up, and then I add some black liner in the waterline. What a difference that makes. Forgot how well this worked for my lower lashes. My lips are still destroyed from that lip swatch video. but I'm going to show you my favorite lip combo. I got this for 50% off on Sephora. It's from Sephora Collection. I love these lip liners. These are the Rouge Gel Lip Liner, and I have the shade Monarch. Looks like this. This is the color. I was nervous I wouldn't like it for the undertone, but it kind of reminds me of a little bit lighter version of Matte Cork. It's honestly gorgeous. So I'm gonna line the lips with this. Then once the lips are lined, I'm gonna be going in with MAC Blankety, lightening my lips and my pants, apparently, by throwing this on myself. Okay, so put this on the lips, mainly in the center, then kind of blend it out. I like to go a little bit lighter than I typically would when I'm adding a gloss. And this one has a slight tint to it. You will see that this tone kind of peeks through, but it's not so nude. This just really completes the look. And with that light base underneath, especially concentrated in the center, it's gonna make my lips look really, really full. So this is the combo I've been doing. This is one of my favorite products I have found in recent times. This is from e.l.f. This is affordable. You can get this on Amazon. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it wherever e.l.f. is sold. elfcosmetics.com. Wherever you buy your e.l.f. This is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Pink Quartz. I also went back for the Rosewood shade. This is still my favorite one though. I love the color. And I'm going to add this to the lips. It just gives the most beautiful shine. Just a little hint of color. Blends everything together for the most juicy, flawless, glossy looking full lips. It is so pretty. And that is my perfect color right now. If I want to add even more glow to the skin, which lately I've been doing, you guys have seen, I will go in with the Delba First Spray Serum. I love this. This I purchased from Amazon, and then I worked with them recently on a video. They reached out to sponsor me, and I'm like, I love your spray. It is so good. If you haven't tried it, this is amazing. So I'm just going to spray a little bit today. I actually quite like the finish of my foundation and powder and everything right now, so I don't think I need to add too much more glow. I just want to melt everything together. This doesn't extend the wear of my foundation, but it also doesn't hinder the wear either. So I have no issue using this. Just adds a little bit more hydration back to the skin, which I personally love as a normal dry leaning person. As I talk over this fan. So I'm just gonna let this dry, come back. I'm gonna finish off this video. So this is the completed look. I'm so happy you guys requested that I do this. I love this makeup so much. It's my favorite look I've done. It's the tones for me. I feel like these tones, the browns, the cheek, the lip color, everything is just my perfect tone. When you guys request something in the comments, I do take it to heart, and I knew I wanted to recreate this for you because so many people loved it as much as I did, which I'm glad we're on the same page with this. So hopefully this helps you out, recreate this look, maybe find some new products you want to check out as well, or new brushes, as I did use all my favorite brushes in this video for you guys. So there will be a top 10 makeup brushes video, part of my top 10 series coming very soon, either before or after this video. I'm not sure how I'm gonna work it, but that is also coming as well. So thank you guys so much for requesting this, for spending some time with me today. And if you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.